Hi, my name is Ewan Lucero,
And I'm Gabrielle Mahfood.
and this is our podcast.
And today we're going to be talking about the goddess of love and beauty, Aphrodite.
And the god of beauty and desire, Adonis. So basically, Adonis was going to spend half of his time with Persephone and half with Aphrodite. So he was sent to Persephone first, and she refused to give him up, so her and Aphrodite brought him to Zeus, and he came to the conclusion that Adonis would spend a third of his year with Persephone, a third with Aphrodite, and a third with his choice.
And usually when he would choose, he would always choose Aphrodite to spend the last third of his year with. And she ended up falling in love with him and she never left her husband Eros, but she was astounded by Adonis's beauty. So Adonis would rather hunt than have love. And so the way that Adonis died was he went on a hunt one day and got killed by a wild boar, and Aphrodite was super, super upset about it. Okay, so another myth is that when Adonis died, Aphrodite begged Zeus for him to stay alive, and Zeus allowed Adonis to stay alive for half of the year with Aphrodite, and then spend half of the year in the underworld because he was dead.
Poor Adonis.
And so now we're going to be talking about how they're relevant in today's world. So Aphrodite especially, a lot of beauty products are inspired by her symbols and just her overall beauty.
What are some of the beauty products, Gabrielle?
Dove soap, actually, because it has a dove on it. And a dove was one of her most popular symbols. So Dove soap was inspired by her. There's lots of makeup and other beauty products that have doves and symbols of beauty and love that were inspired by Aphrodite.
Nice.
And what about Adonis?
Adonis, he's not really a well-known character in Greek mythology, but there is a term that is used called being an Adonis, or when somebody says they're the Adonis of the family, it means they're the good-looking one. And I think that really relates to me, because I'm quite an I'm just kidding. I'm a narcissist.
Yes, and that's why you chose Adonis for your character. And so that leads us to some of the other ways that they're still relevant in today's world, with music and songs and poems. So Aphrodite, she's actually also in a lot of songs. There's one particular by Lady Gaga. It's called Venus. Some of the lyrics are, "I can't help the way I'm feeling, goddess of love. Please take me to your leader." And it also mentions Aphrodite's name several times in the song. So I thought that it would be the perfect example for this.
I've never heard that.
So why don't you tell us about Adonis in literature?
Well, actually, Shakespeare in 1593 wrote a poem called Venus and Adonis, and it is based on Ovid's Metamorphs book X.
So, because Adonis isn't one of the most popular gods, we couldn't really find anything that had to relate to him in literature, or really, really, oh wait, what's it called? Really common? No.
Common?
No. Oh my god, I can't remember the word.
Wait,
Shoot.
so what's the definition?
Right now, what's happening right now.
Modern?
Oh, okay, so because Adonis isn't really that popular of a god, we couldn't find anything in today's modern world about him. There's a couple things, but this is one of the most important because it's Shakespeare, and because we learn about Shakespeare a lot in school and stuff, we thought it would be a good example.
Yeah. And Adonis and Aphrodite are lovers, and that's why we did our podcast together.
Yes, and so because of their connection through Aphrodite loving Adonis unconditionally, even though she had a husband, and even though she had several children, because she was the goddess of love, beauty, and procreation.
She was kind of a player.
A little bit, yeah. We decided it would be good to do our podcast together because of their typical love story. He didn't love her back. She loved him unconditionally.
You're on the phone with Persephone.
She's upset. She's going off of... Okay, anyways. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast.
We hope you learned something, and we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Adios.